What if I told you you could post to your social media as many times as you want with the most up-to-date relevant articles every day automatically? Well, that's what I've created here in this automation. And what I want to show you is how I actually built it. I won't go through a deep dive, but just generally what tools I use and how I made it, and why this is so powerful for small businesses. Hi, if you don't know who I am, I'm Tony. I run an agency called Agent Edge, and we do automations for small businesses and medium-sized businesses just to allow them to leverage the evolution of automation and artificial intelligence. So this particular scenario I've got here, what tools I'm using Make.com, which is an automation platform. The reason we like it is because it's relatively affordable. In fact, there's a free plan. It allows you to do quite a lot of operations or tasks per month, I think up to 100. So let's say that's 100 runs of this scenario. But if you want to upgrade, I think it's $10 or $12 a month for like 10,000 or something. So it's very affordable. And we also use OpenAI, and these are all just free modules that are inside of Make.com. The only other thing that we do pay for is RSS feeds. So RSS feeds are a kind of subscription service or a kind of broadcast from a particular website. So let's say you have a website like BBC. That's a terrible example. Who likes the BBC? But let's say, TechCrunch or something like that, and they will have an RSS feed. Now you can subscribe to that RSS feed and actually pull down any kind of articles or publications they make. But what this tool does, it actually collates all the different RSS channels or feeds from all online activity or online publications, and they also create their own if there isn't. So if a website doesn't have an RSS feed itself, they've created their own ones which you can then use in your feeds. So why do we use RSS feeds? We use RSS feeds because we want to get the latest publications from all of these websites. Let's say I've created one over here, which is pulling in anything to do with artificial intelligence, or that is the keyword at least. So what it'll do, it'll go, okay, fine, this article is, earmarked or tagged as being related to artificial intelligence. It'll then pull through all the articles from all the different publications. As you can see, Cyber Magazine, The Register, AndroidAuthority.com. These are all really good publications, and it's pulling in all the AI-related articles for me. What's nice about this is that you can actually, let me just see if I can do it here. You can actually edit the feed. Let me just go over here. So you've got filters. So what it's doing, as you can see, this is sort of a preview of what it's doing, is pulling in all of these articles. If there are certain publications that you don't like, then you can actually block them. So I've blocked a few like mainstream media, basically like The Independent and CNN, because generally they publish negative articles, and I just don't want any of that on my social channels. So I'm just going to block them. So I'm going to get basically the things that I want, and if I find that there's other words and things that's come through, I can always add them either to a whitelist, which means that allows the words to be come through, or those articles, and also then there's a blacklist which blocks certain words or keywords or even article publications. So let's go back to our Make automation. So basically you've got a module, you just go, add a module, and you add the RSS feed. You go and you grab your RSS feed here. You grab this RSS feed URL here, you paste it in there, and then you save it. Simple, as easy as that. But when it comes through, it's like a web page, so it's got a lot of information. So you want to grab that using HTTP get file, so it gets the file over there. Then you want to text parse it, so you want to take all of that sort of XML and codey sort of thing, language, and you want to pass it through a text parser. which will then just give you like a text output. Okay, so let's have a look here. So this gives it more of an easy way to consume the information. Then it's going to pass it into ChatGPT, and I've set up a assistant in OpenAI. So basically, an assistant is a special kind of specifically trained AI that you want. So basically, I've got a nice long prompt here. So this is the prompt. I tell it exactly what I wanted to do. You can give it actions. You can choose which module you want it to. So you can customize the GPT to the way you want. So it's not like a general GPT, which just is a master of jack of all trades, master of none. This is a specific one that is designed to create engaging posts. So what it does is it then takes the information, the text here, which is all that article, and it then reads it based on the assistant programming that I've given it. And I've told it to create an output, which is a caption or an article or a caption for a social media post. Then what I've done is I've fed it to an OpenAI or a DALL-E, which is the older image generator. So it takes that information, the result from here, the result from this module, and I say create an image 1080 by 1080, create a JPEG image on generative AI or agentic AI related to the previous article. So the images that it puts out is specifically to, agentic or futuristic kind of images. So you can change it to cartoon images, you can change it to photorealistic, you can do whatever you prefer. And then I've said pass it to the Instagram module, which then says grab the data, which is the output here. As you can see, if I move my mouse over there, it starts to flash. So grab the data and then grab the URL from here. So that's that information there for the image. And then this is the caption. Grab the caption from this module here and then push it through to my Instagram channel. Now let's go to Instagram and see what is created. Not this one, these are other articles. As you can see, I've done it a number of times. So this is the one it created. As you can see, let's go back here, that you can see that it is the correct one. You can see time travel glitch. Google's AI briefly thought it was 2024 and not 2025. So let's go back to here and you can see there it is. There's the title, there's the article, and have a look at this. This is the image that is based off that article. So each image is customized to the article. Isn't that fantastic? I mean, that's mind-blowing. I mean, you can set this up like I've done it here to basically run every 6 hours. That's 4 times a day. It'll grab the latest post from the RSS feed. It will then run it through this automation here, read it, create the caption and title, create an image, and then post it. And this whole automation runs, it probably takes about 8 seconds or so. So you can do it as many times as you want. Obviously, you must, be aware of the sort of the throttle or the posting sort of regulations that Instagram has. But I mean, 4 times a day is more than, is plenty. You can do it, every hour if you want. So as long as there's an article, it's going to push it. How much does this thing cost? Well, to run it, it's fairly cheap. This is about $8 a month. Let's have a look here. Yeah, so monthly it's about $10 a month, and this is about, I think, also about $8 a month or $10 for the make.com operations. Although you do get a free version, or you do get a free sign up, which is free forever, and it gives you 100 operations. So you can basically run 100 of these per month, which is very generous. And then if you want to run up to, like, I think it's 10,000, then you upgrade to the next package. So that gives you plenty of headroom. So I'm on that package. So all in all, this whole thing to run every month is, and then you need OpenAI credits, and that's actually quite cheap as well. I think I put $10 in here, and it'll probably create like 500 posts. Like it's quite cheap. So all in all, you're looking at like $30 a month if you want to implement this. But that gives you an allowance to actually post to other channels as well. So what I'm going to do is post to LinkedIn. I'm going to fan this out to LinkedIn, to Facebook, all with their unique same post, but just with unique images that fit the dimensions of those platforms. So if you want to see how I build that, then subscribe to my channel, and then we can build it together. I will notify you, or at least put the bell icon on, so as soon as I've done that, you'll be able to see how I build that extendable or extended automation out. And if you want something like this for your business, you want to basically post, then let me know, and then we can set this up for you. I will charge a little fee, obviously, but it's going to be worth it for you, because you'll be able to post to your social media channels and grow your channels organically without you having to actually think about posts or spend a lot of time doing it, or even hiring a social media or a content creator. So if you like this content, let me know in the comments below, and look for my details in the description. I'm on social media, I'm on LinkedIn, I have a website, so have a look at all those things. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.